Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to welcome you basically into my Bible study this morning and share a quick devotional and some scripture with you guys to help encourage you, as it definitely encouraged my heart. I read today in the book of Matthew, and as I was reading I immediately just stopped because I thought that this was such an important passage to be reminded of, a story to be reminded of, especially in the midst of what we find ourselves in currently. So if you'd like to join me in studying a little bit of scripture this morning, then go ahead and keep watching. In the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 22 through 32. So this is kind of a chunk of scripture that I want to read with you. Verse 22 says, "Immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. But the boat by this time was a long way from the land, beaten by the waves, for the wind was against them. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, 'It is a ghost.' And they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, 'Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid.' And Peter answered him, 'Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water.' He said, 'Come.' So Peter got out of the boat and walked out on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying, 'O you of little faith, why do you doubt?' And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, 'Truly, you are the Son of God.'" So I really want to focus in on really verses 28 through 31, because I think what I find, like Peter walking towards Jesus, he was caught off guard by the storm that was around him. He started to take his eyes off of Jesus and look at the circumstance that was going on around him because it seemed scary. And what happened is that as soon as he took his eyes off of Jesus and started looking at what was going on around him, he started to sink. And I just think, wow, how can we apply that to our life now? And I think that if we focus our attention on the circumstance around us and not focus our attention on Jesus, the one who offers us peace, the one that says, "Take heart, do not be afraid," then we will start to sink and we will start to find ourselves, maybe experiencing another level of sadness or anxiety or depression that we haven't experienced before, that we can get consumed with these negative emotions, and we can get caught in a spiral of negative thoughts if we take our attention off of Jesus. And so, in short, what I just want to encourage you with is to get in the Word. Listen to worship music. Do what you need to do to get your attention focused on Jesus and not the circumstances that are around us. We are believers. We are children of the kingdom, that we can thrive. We can actually be bold and courageous, experience God working in us during this time. Like, we don't have to be pushed down, but we can actually allow Jesus to pull us up and raise us up and, live in his peace and to live in his goodness during this challenging time. And so that is what I would like to encourage you with this morning. And I hope that this is able to speak to you in a unique way as it spoke to me this morning. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me with my Bible study this morning and this little devotional. And I will see you guys soon in another video. Bye, y'all.
You're more than good.